How's it going, guys? It's your Dupe here, and it's time for episode number 3 of my Colorado Avalanche GM mode. We made plenty of trades in the last episode, and I guess, you know what, we can actually start, so we'll start simming the season out in this episode. We can take a look at our lines right now, and they actually look really good so far. We're gonna be playing probably with these lines: Landeskog, Duchesne, and St. Louis on that first line. St. Louis, very great playmaker, great shooting, pretty much all around beast. Duchesne in the middle, and then Landeskog on the left. Butker, a sniper, will be playing along with Ryan O'Reilly and Downey. Now, if Landeskog isn't working out, we could always put Butker up on the left wing because he is a sniper. He might fit well with the two playmakers. And in our third line, we have McGinn, Boyle, and Hayduk. Boyle really good defensively. Hayduk, the extra offense there, and McGinn is just a solid two-way forward, as you can see. And he's only 25, so he might get a little bit better, but all around, he's a decent player. Our fourth line, we have McLeod, Mitchell, and Vincoeur. Mitchell good down the middle. Vincoeur is a sniper once again, just like Hayduk over there. He's normally a center, but I'm playing him on the right wing because his faceoffs aren't developed yet, and he's only 22, so he still can develop a little bit for our team. McLeod, the grinder, and on the fourth line. Then defense, we have Eric Johnson, Tyler Myers. Our first line defense, a solid defensive pairing that could only get better. And then Ekman Larson and Tyson Barrie, two players that can still develop. Tyson Barrie with four yellow star, only 22, and Ekman Larson also only 22, but 4.5 star yellow, which I think I did give a little bit too much. I do agree with Biz Nasty on the comments on my last video, and I think I did give up too much. Maybe those first round picks were overpaid, but I've seen Ekman Larson go up to 90 and 91 in GMCs in NHL 13, and I mean, his potential hasn't changed at all, so he might actually get to that eventually. And then Hunwick and Sarich, which can be improved, but these guys are defensive D-men. Hunwick 28 years old, Sarich is 35, but right now we don't have much cap. We might end up sending a trade with including one of these guys if we're in a playoff and we're good playoff contention. We might end up sending a trade with one of these guys, and let's say a Duncan Siemens to upgrade them, or maybe send Barrie down to the third line. But other than that, we look pretty good right here. Our power play is also very good, and in net we do have Ryan Miller, which I don't know why Giguère is starting, but we'll put Ryan Miller in there. So I guess I'll turn off the goalie auto change because it'll probably end up fucking stuff up. But with that, anyways, we'll look at Lake Erie. We have Lurie, Connolly, Thomas, Agazino, Scarbosa, Vander Gillick, Sotheby, Malone. I think one of these players was well rated. Elliott is the only good prospect. McKinnon, Siemens is down there. We'll leave him there for now. But yeah, there's not much players that were good in terms of prospects other than McKinnon. He's in junior, so we can't call him up. But he'll probably be ready for next year, and he should be able to step into our lineup pretty well. So yeah, I guess I'll change back the settings. I'll turn off the goaltending. Where is it? Rules. They auto change the goaltending. Let's take a look. Where is it? Rotates goalies. We'll just turn that off so we could change it normally, because we'll have Miller playing most of our games. But so yeah, Giguère could step in, but Miller will be playing probably like 4 out of 5 unless he's very fatigued. But hopefully we can get off to a really good start in this season and ride that start into the playoffs. And if anything, make a surprise. I mean, our team is very good. I just want to check out the star levels of our team. We'll go up to simulate up to the day. I like how the simming is a little bit faster as well, so it won't be taking that long. But let's just go into the play game for now. Yeah, we're 4.5 everywhere, so we're a good team. There's no kidding about that. First game, let's just sim it normally. We'll take the 3 periods. First period, 1-1. Who scored the first goal for the season? It's Landeskog on the power play, so he might actually be showing up. And Teemu Selanne. I love him in Hut, but right now 4-1 we're down. Okay, so it just might not be. What a comeback. 4-4 in the thirds. St. Louis, Hayduk, and Landeskog. And can we win it? We'll go to a shootout and we actually lose it. But anyways, we pick up 1 point. Nice comeback there in the third. I won't be simming every game. I just want to sim the first game. like this, but a shootout loss. Cam Fowler ends up getting the shootout winner. But yeah, so not the certainly 2 points would be great, but I mean, one isn't bad at all. We'll jump into, I guess, you know what, we'll sim up to the first. We'll sim after 5 games, and we'll see how we're doing. First, so we're still haven't won a game, but that's just one game. Landeskog with 2 goals in his season debut, and we win our next one 2-0. Ryan Miller's a shutout, and Landeskog ends up getting a goal as well. So nice to see there over the Nashville Predators. Leafs game is coming up. Can we win that one? It would be nice to pick one up on the road at the ACC, and we do. 4-1 win. So a nice job there. Ryan Miller once again with the only 1 goal given up. 4-2 win, so we're up 3-0-1. It's looking good so far. A nice start to the season. We're up against the Capitals, who are 2-1-1, and we are going to win that game as well, 2-0. So Ryan Miller stepping up so far to start off this season. I know we're only 5 games in, but I just want to check out how we're actually second in the league, so very, very solid. And goals against per game, second best defense, goals for, 6th. Now our power play percentage so far, 9th, so that's fine. And our penalty kill is 9th as well, so we're around the top. So that's very good. 3-0-0 away, so that's actually surprising. It might be very good to see that. And player stats, I just want to check out how Ryan Miller's actually doing in terms of save percentage and that kind of stuff. He's actually leading the league. In terms of points, it's Duchesne and St. Louis, actually 7 assists. Oh man, that might have been a good pickup. But right now we have 2 players over a point per game, and then Landeskog and Ekman Larson actually doing very well. Vancouver with a goal and 2 assists on the 4th line. Let's take a look at the NHL. Oh yeah, I forgot there's divisions now, so it might actually be easier. But goalies, best goals against average. Where's Miller? 1.38, so very solid. Save percentage of 95, and he's got 2 shutouts already. So that's very nice to see. Tied with Quick and Howard. But we're second so far in the NHL after 5 games. We're up against Detroit this week, who are 5-0 so far. So I guess we'll sim past that game and see how it goes. And then we're back, and then we're in Buffalo to play against Stastny with Miller and Myers. They're back for their return in Buffalo. See if they could overcome the jinx. Anyways, we lose that one, and Detroit's 6-1, so it might be a tough game. And we end up winning that one 6-2. So the offense ends up coming up big in this game against Detroit in the battle of the top teams. And we lose that one to Dallas, who's also 5-1, so no worries there. Let's check Miller if he's any tired, but I guess after a 6-2 win, we might give him a rest. I mean, there's 3 days rest here, so I don't think it would be that big of a difference. But we'll give him a rest against a weaker team. I don't know how good Carolina is, but they're 3-5, so I guess we'll let Giguère start that game. We'll sim past the Pittsburgh game. We'll see how we do back in Buffalo with Miller, back in the team he's played for basically his whole career. They've got Hackett in net, and they're 5-3-1, so not too bad. And we are going to end up winning that game as well. Miller just stepping up big right now, 6-1-1 a start, and 7-1-1. Man, I was expecting a good start, but not that great of start. Shane Doan and Derek Morris for Matt Pumpel, 3rd round, and JC Pajot. So a decent trade there actually from Ottawa. They end up picking up a couple veterans for some prospects, but other than that, I mean, let's take a look at the team standings. Right now in our division, we are on top, 15, way ahead of basically everyone else, so that's very encouraging to see. Once again, 7-1-1. I guess we'll sim up to here. I mean, we could probably let Miller end up playing this game too, but I want to get him at least 1 game of rest. But if I put assistant coach takes over the lines, I mean, he'd probably end up putting up Giguère on like every 2nd or 3rd game, which is not what we want to see. But we'll put Giguère in just to let Miller get a rest. I mean, we're up against a weaker Carolina team, and our offense is just red hot at this point. But Miller, man, he's keeping us in this season so far. A couple shutouts, and our defense is also of credit there with Myers and minimal. Okay, with Myers and Eric Johnson leading that core, but we'll sim past this Carolina game. We'll see how it goes. Looking for another win. I'm done with that assignment, so we'll just go back into the scout assignment, and we will just take a look at what the projected rankings are, who's actually decent. Let's take a look at, I mean, we don't really need defensemen. Another forward would be nice. A couple first rounders in the queue. In the OHL, the WHL I think had the best. Yeah, they had a bunch. So you know what, we'll put it in the WHL for 6 weeks. They've got quite a bit of good players. But anyways, I just want to check one more thing. If we can add some like staff abilities, we could add a medical staff, which would be good for injuries in the playoffs, and as well as an assistant coach, which doesn't really matter that much. I'd rather just wait for the scout. But you know what, we'll add the top prospects, so that doesn't really matter. I'd rather just get this thing right here, but you know what, we'll add this and we'll add these two. So we'll just use up our points and see if it makes any difference. But we'll sim this game against Carolina and see if we could get a win with J.S. Giguère in net. If we do, that'd be great. If not, that's understandable. Yep, so Giguère goes in net, and we end up losing that game 3-1. So Miller, very important player for our team at this point. We'll go into the lines. We'll go back to Miller in net, and then we'll get out of there, and hopefully it doesn't, and I don't end up jinxing Miller's red hot run to start off the season, but weird things have happened. Now the sim times are fast, but also the menu like changing screen, that takes a while to get out of the lines. But we're up against Winnipeg here, 5-4-2, and then we got double header here, and so I'll sim to the end of that week, and that will bring us to the start of November, I believe. And if we can get to if we could win the next 3 games, that would just be a perfect month of October. We end up losing against Winnipeg. We're just shut out, so I might have just jinxed it by sitting Ryan Miller, but still 7-3-1, a very respectable record. Landeskog still leads our team with 4 goals. Duchesne with 9 assists now. Can Miller save us here? Yes. Oh, we end up losing that one too, 4-2. If we lose this one, I mean, I might have just jinxed it by sitting Miller. And we end up losing that one too. So we lose 7-1. Oh, Jesus, I did not expect that. Should we put Giguère? I guess I'll put Giguère back on. I mean, I probably shouldn't have switched Miller, but we gotta do it right now. We'll put Giguère in as our goalie and see if you could get us out of this. I mean, we don't have a really good backup, but you know, Miller might just be in his head, and one game will get him out of it. But yeah, 3 games losing streak, I think, or 3 or 4. Actually, 4-game losing streak, and 7-1 against Montreal just hurts. I mean, at this point, we're 15 points. We're way ahead of everyone, and right now we're back into second. Winnipeg is overtaking us, and we're starting to fall down the ladder. That's not a good thing to see. There's no injuries, but in terms of goals and assists, none of our players actually are in the top 8. Yeah, none of our players, but Miller's also out of the... Actually, he's in the wins column, yep. And save and goals against average. Miller is 8th in save percentage and 8th in goals against average, so he's still doing okay. But I don't know what happened there, but we have an easy week this week, and then a tough 4-game week the next one. So we'll going into November. Actually, you know what? Before we get into the next game, I'm trying to stop the simulation. Yep, we're gonna actually. I've actually forgot to put Ryan Miller back, so that was good that I saw that. But I'm gonna check out the stats in terms of whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the stats in terms of how our power play and penalty kill is doing. Alright, so we're nearing around 13 minutes in this video, so well, I guess we'll sim till about 20 minutes so the video doesn't go on for way too long, but I'll try to sim as much as I can. I just want to go to check these stats to see what went wrong, because originally we were doing very well, and all of a sudden just went downhill. Might be the penalty kill, might be our power play, but it's always good to check it out. Okay, wrong screen. We'll go into standings. And now we're 17th in the league, so a big drop off considering we were one of the best at the start of this year. Goals for, we're at 13th, which is okay. Goals against is 6, so that's perfect. Power play percentage, it looks like it, no, we're still up there in the power play. Power play is doing fine. I think the penalty kill might be to blame. Yeah, we're 22nd in the penalty kill, so we'll have to change some stuff up there. I guess we'll take a look at the defensive attributes and see who would be the best in terms of the penalty kill. Okay, there we go. We'll go into PK, and right now, if you look at Ryan O'Reilly, look at defensive awareness. I mean, O'Reilly's our best player. Then we have Landeskog, Duchesne, St. Louis, and a bunch of people defensive. So O'Reilly, Landeskog, Duchesne, St. Louis, and we have Boyle up here. I'm trying to think. Maybe it would be better if we just threw in. I mean, St. Louis is probably good at defense. What is he? 4-star. He's okay, but he doesn't have that physical strength. But I wonder if we could actually try that experiment. And you know what? We'll for a couple games, and we'll see if it improves. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw. Actually, Boyle looks like he's great at physical. That's for sure. And he's actually not bad at defense, maybe even better than Martin St. Louis. But Landeskog is also pretty good. And O'Reilly, I believe, is our best player in that department. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not really much I can change. What I can try is, since Ekman Larsson's a offensive defenseman, his defense might be a little bit lacking compared to one of, I believe, Hunwick or Sarich. So I'll check out the defensive awareness. Sarich and Hunwick actually aren't even up there, but they're both defensive defensemen. So we'll check how he's looking in terms of physical and defense. So he's not even up there. So I mean, can't really make much changes. What I can do is try playing Duchesne here and changing Boyle with St. Louis and see if it actually makes a difference. Because St. Louis might be a decent player up there on the penalty kill. I mean, he's an offensive player, but still, it's a possibility that he might just change it around. So, you know, we'll leave it at this, but we'll take a look at, we'll give it 5 games, and if it doesn't improve and we keep on losing, I guess I'll go back to Boyle and just see if it turns that around. But the penalty kill is the main thing. The 3-man is just going to be Riley and Boyle anyway, so, or actually it'll be Riley and Duchesne or Riley and St. Louis, but oh well. We'll jump in and we want to sim these games and see if we could actually start winning again. Miller was doing great. Yeah, we finally won. Okay, so Miller holds a nice 3-2 win there. We'll see if we could beat Calgary. I'm not sure how good they are in this game, but they're pretty crap in real life. 7-6-3, respectable record. We'll see if we could beat them, and we actually end up losing 4-1. So not what we want to see. Our offense is kind of slowed down here, but we'll sim past. I mean, I guess I'll sim past the first 2 games and see if our penalty kill has improved at all. But we started off great. I think we were 7-1-1, and since then we went 1-5. So if this doesn't go well, I'm gonna have to change up the lines a little bit. Game against the Capitals, and we lose that one 3-2. We'll give it one more game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Can we beat them? They beat us 3-1 to start that losing streak, and they beat us again. So we're down to 8-7-2. Definitely not what we want to see. So I'm gonna have to change up the lines. That is for sure. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is maybe do put Landeskog back on this line, Bucker. I mean, he was doing good in terms of goals, but he hasn't been scoring. Maybe a sniper with these 2 playmakers will change that up. I'm gonna try putting Vincourt up here in the right wing spot, sniper on this line, and we'll put we'll leave these grinders 2-way forwards here. Actually, we'll put John Mitchell back on this 2-way forward line, and we'll leave that. I think that would actually be okay because we have 2-way forwards, 2-way forward sniper, 2-way forward power forward sniper, and then grinder power forward grinder on our 4th line, which will definitely be a shutdown line. Defense, trying to think. I don't want to change this stuff around because these are our 2 best players. but we'll leave the defense as it is, and in net we still have Ryan Miller. Okay, so maybe that will change something. I'll leave the penalty kill as it is with St. Louis in there, but started off great, and then it just went all downhill. I think we're 1-6 or 1-7 since starting off 7-1-1. Definitely not the results we want to see, and I believe we're probably out of a playoff spot at this point. No, we're 4th, so we're still in the playoff spot, but we got to start catching up to Winnipeg, and a game against St. Louis right now would definitely be helpful to get a win here. We'll see if that Butker is actually leading our team in goals, so a little bit weaker than normal. Okay, good that we didn't spend our 2014, but Mike David might be coming up, and that would be a great player to pick up. We end up losing here, but Boker's on our first line, and he's leading our team in goals actually as a sniper. So I might have done the wrong thing by taking him off the second line, but we got to mix something up. Can we beat Florida? Yes, we can. So we finally get a win, 5-3. We end up losing this one in OT, so not too bad. But yeah, we beat Florida, so that's good to see. Landeskog gets another goal there on the second line, so that's another good thing. And Ryan Miller ends up picking up the win. So we'll sim, I guess, these 3 games. And we'll call, you know what, I'll sim to the end of November, so we'll go into the 1st of December. If anything comes up, I'm not going to change any lines right now. We'll see how we do, and then I'll leave it up to you guys if it's not working to change up whatever lines you guys want to see, and we'll try those out. Okay, so we win 4-1, so that's very good to see against Chicago. Game against Phoenix. Phoenix sucks. Can we win here? Yes, we do, 4-3. So we start winning again. Landeskog starting to get goals again on that second line, so I think that might have actually been a solid change with Vincourt up there as a sniper who might actually be working well as a playmaker. Can we win this one? Yes, we do. Another win for the Colorado Avalanche, so very, very good to see. Hayduke actually getting 6+-, so he's leading our team, and Landeskog once again with goals. Up against St. Louis. Can we win this one? Yes, we can. Another win. So we're starting to string together wins. Definitely what we want to see going into the month of December. 2 games against Minnesota back-to-back. If we could pull off 3 points here minimum, that'd be perfect. We just got 2, so another win. And if we could end this month on a great winning streak, that'd just be fantastic. No, we end up losing that one, 5-4. That's alright. A solid effort. Landeskog starting to get goals again. Eric Johnson up there with 15 assists, and Miller once again has all the wins for our team. For that loss, though, we had a 6-game win streak. So our team is starting to look a little bit streaky. Let's take a look from the start of the year, actually. And this is preseason. So we start off with the loss in overtime. Then we get 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, a loss, another 2, 3 wins. And then we have that losing streak where we lost 4 in a row, including that 7-1 loss to Montreal at home. And then we ended up getting a little win against Nashville, and losing continued against Calgary, Washington, Carolina, and St. Louis. And at this point, I made those line changes actually on the 13th. We lost to St. Louis in overtime, and then we actually won 6 in a row before losing a 1-goal game to Minnesota. So I'll end up probably resting. Actually, there's 4 days rest, so I mean I could probably keep Miller in the net for that day. But we're up against Oilers, Calgary, and then a couple tough weeks, including 4 game days. But other than that, I think I like my how my team is doing so far. 14-8. We'll take a look at the team standings. How we're doing in the NHL. We're actually 9th in the NHL, so we got back up from 17th. I think we're in Division B. Yes, we are. So third in our division. It's really tight in the top 5. I mean, top 4 go to playoffs, but we're really close behind Nashville, and we actually have a couple games in hand on them, so it's good to see. We'll take a look at the NHL and how we're doing in terms of power play and stuff like that. Goals for, we're 9th, so that's very good to see. Goals against 8th, so we're up around the top 10, which is another nice thing. Power play percentage, we're down to 21st, so that I'll probably have to end up changing the lines, putting Landeskog on our second power play line and moving up Butker to our first, and see if that actually makes a difference. So I'll do that in the next episode, since I'm kind of running short of time. 16 the penalty kill, so we're around. So special teams maybe not affecting us that much because we improved a little bit on the penalty kill, so maybe that St. Louis move was helpful. But now I think that St. Louis gets tired playing on the PK. Our power play has actually dropped down to 21st, where it was in the top 10 before. But we're actually doing really, really good on the road. 8-2-1. I think might be the best record in the NHL, close by Ottawa and Anaheim. But other than that, at home we're at 6-6, so definitely not a great record in that regard. But in our last 10, if you take a look at our team, 6-2-2, and it could actually be better. Edmonton looking good there. Let's take a look at our player stats here. See how who's leading our team and how we're going into the month of December. And so no one really like standing out, but an overall, I mean, a solid team effort. Duchesne with 18, St. Louis with 18, O'Reilly with 17, Landeskog 17, Bucker looks like a pretty good pickup, 15 points in 25 games, and Johnson up there, and then Boyle actually with 14 points in 25 games, stepping up for us and our in the bottom 6 of our forwards. But so far, it looks like our team is actually not doing bad. Vancouver with 9 points. Everyone's pretty much chipping in. We don't have one standout superstar, but that's why we have McKinnon for that. But Duchesne not really lighting it up. Landeskog leading our team in goals. Then Bucker and Boyle actually with 8, tied for third. Hayduk is up there scoring a couple goals at his old age. And with assists, we have a bunch. And then we'll take a look at the goalies. And so yeah, Giguère definitely not a player that we want in the net. I mean, he's pretty bad, but we might have to end up getting a better backup in the future years. Shutouts, 3 already for Miller, 92.47 save percentage, very respectful, into 2.21 goals against average. Let's take a look at the NHL and who actually leads in that regard. Goals against, Miller is not near the top, but Carey Price looking really good. Bobrovsky up there, Biron. Varlamov, oh man, he's actually coming back to haunt me there. I don't think he's a starter. He's not the starter in Winnipeg. He's only 3-3, but 196 goals against average, so he's actually doing really good. Miller somewhere up around here, but you can blame that on that losing streak, but he's getting it back, so that's very good to see. And in terms of who leads the league with goals and points, that actually belongs to John Tavares, surprising. And then Datsuk and Kessel up there. Kessel actually with goals. Lupul, wow, Joffrey Lupul leading it, and James Neal tied with him. And in assists, we have Sidney Crosby. So other than that, yeah, that's pretty much going to be episode number 3. I hope you guys like how I'm progressing along. If you want me to, I could try simming longer or simming faster. I mean, I'm probably talking quite a bit. I didn't think it was that long, but looking at the time right now, we're starting to approach 30 minutes, so that's definitely not what I want to happen. But with that will be the end of episode number 3. If you have any suggestions for my special teams, which seem to be lacking, or my lines, let me know in the comments below. We're starting to win games once again. We started off great, then hit a downfall, but now we are looking very good, getting up to 3rd in our division, so very good to see that. And if you have any trade suggestions or roster moves or anything like that, let me know. Actually, one more thing, I want to just try to find it. It was the player progression thing. Yeah, the progress reports. See how so far I don't think anyone's changed. Okay, so that doesn't, I guess it pops up a little bit later. Oh, never mind. Stollery actually gets a little bit better there from 67 to 68, but other than that, I mean, it does probably take a while to develop. I mean, it's probably early in the season. So anyways, yeah, that will be the end of episode number 3 of my Colorado Avalanche GM mode. Whatever you guys want me to do, just let me know in the comments below. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys later. Peace.